perform Fantasy and do some other bids at the 23rd Annual American Music Awards, where I was nominated in several categories. It was a big night for me, but winning the Best Female Pop Artist and Best Female R&B Artist awards was not the most memorable moment for me. When I wasn't on stage or waiting in the wings, I sat in the front row next to Tommy. We were both outfitted in couture tension. The cover shoot of Daydream by photographer Steven Meisel, who was arguably the most prominent in the fashion industry at the time, set the look of the chic black is the new black style for the tone of the album's promotion. Ironically, my outfit for this performance was giving you pseudo-militant Mariah vibes with black leather pants, a black leather trench coat, and a black turtleneck. I'm sure Tommy liked it because the only skin exposed was my face. Maybe it was a premonition of what was ahead. Because I had more than just the Fantasy performance to do that night, I had a trailer behind the Shrine Auditorium for wardrobe changes and such. I was returning to the trailer to get into another ensemble. Security was everywhere, so I didn't need to be followed for the short walk to where all the artist trailers were parked behind the theater. As I stepped out in a complete rush to get back to the stage, I noticed a white Rolls Royce quietly, slowly approaching. Just as my toes touched the asphalt, the gleaming, elegant vehicle came to a gentle stop right in front of my door. It was as if time itself had slowed to a stop. The tinted passenger window glided down. He was alone, leaning back in the driver's seat so that the arm that gripped the leather steering wheel was nearly straight. He propped his head back just enough that his luxurious eyelashes didn't cast a shadow and obscure his alert and amazing dark eyes that looked into mine. "Hey, Mariah," he said softly, my name pouring out of his lips like smoke. Then that spectacular smile burst through everything. In an instant, the window went back up and Tupac rolled away. Had it not been for a production assistant or someone calling me back to the stage, back to earth, I may have stayed there stunned for hours. I did my bit on stage and returned to my stiff seat next to Tommy. My heart fluttered nervously, but he didn't know. No one knew. I just had Tupac Shakur's eyes all on me.
Oh my God. Oh man, we were backstage somewhere, huh? Me and Tupac were pretty much label mates. I was signed to Tommy Boy Records. Digital Underground was signed to Tommy Boy Records. Initially, I took Tretch on the road as my roadie. Tretch, who went on to become the
Naughty by Nature.
Naughty by Nature. And Tupac was pretty much a roadie with Digital. And he became a rapper in the group and made up the Humpty Dance. And they made the song, the Humpty Dance, which Tupac created the dance to. And it became a smash hit. We toured together, so we went all across the country. San Francisco doing a show, my first show over $10,000, which was a New Year's Eve show, at this cool gay club in San Francisco. I was like, yo, I'm here. He's like, yo, I'm gonna hook up with you. So Tupac came to the club with me and I was like, yo, come on, Tupac is in the building. They went crazy in there. I was like, they're gonna tear you out your clothes. Come here. He's like, man, he took his shirt off anyway. We had so much fun. You know, but that was like my brother, and he's the type of person I would like, if he loved you, if he was cool with you, he'd lay his life down for you. So I miss him and I love him. Good times.
Love that. All right, up next.
And we're probably high. Anyway.
And thank you, Rosie. Now, about this thing with you and Tupac, because while I was on the radio, I do remember stirring that pot as well. All right, explain this picture and where you were and why it was that we were all talking about Rosie and Tupac being a couple.
Right. Everyone thought that we were having sex.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
And we weren't.
Oh.
What happened was that I was supposed to go to the Soul Train Music Awards with this other guy in the music industry. Don't ask. We'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay.
And he stood me up. He stood me up 15 minutes before we were supposed to leave. And Tupac, we were friends, and he called me up and he was like, "What's up?" And I was like, and he said, "Yo, forget that."
Right. Right.
And he says, "Let's go up there. I'll be your date." I said, "What?" He goes, "He's gonna be so jealous with me and you and everything." I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Plus, I want you to hook me up with Madonna." Yeah.
Now, did you, now I'm sure you don't do this now, but back then, did you puff a little law before you hit the red carpet? Okay. Listen,
That was 20 years ago.
That's 20 years ago.
But what Hoppy wants is that I wasn't a puffer back then.
Oh, so it hit you good.
Oh, what? Okay. To the point where we were in the limousine, and my best friend Julie was in the limousine as well.
Yes.
And we're sitting there, and we're like, whatever. And I look at Pac, and he looks at me, and I go, are we supposed to kiss or something? and he said, no, because you're the type of girl that someone marries.
Oh, so did he end up leaving with Madonna or hooking up with Madonna? Oh, well, we learned something new every day. Wow.
Yeah, and it was a crazy night because when we got out of the limo, I was so stoned and I was so scared and everything. And he's like, don't worry, I got you. And that's the handing, the hand.
That's the picture?
That's the picture when he said, I got you.
Oh.
It was so cute. And then when we got there and we sat there, I didn't realize he was sleeping with half of the women in the industry.
More great chat with Rosie after these messages. Rosie's still here. You know, Rosie's first big...